Hi guys, I am so sorry it's taken me forever to get an instructional video up for you guys, but this is going to be the first, definitely not the last. Today we're going to be talking about environmental art. I'm going to take the camera outside and I'm going to shoot a time lapse of some environmental art that I'm going to make just to give you guys a quick idea of what I'm looking for from you. The cool part about environmental art is you don't have to take anything with you, you just need to make sure that you're dressed properly for the elements. So I got my gloves, I got my hat, I got a hoodie. It's probably about 45 degrees back there right now because I've got a nice sunny spot out of the wind. So I shouldn't need too many more layers than what I've already got on. I'm also considering that I'm going to be touching things that are in the snow. So I want to keep my hands warm. If you have allergies and stuff like that, be careful what it is you're touching out there, guys. If you're allergic to birch trees, for instance, probably don't want to be picking up dead birch leaves off the ground to use unless you're wearing rubber gloves, okay? So consider that. The other thing you want to consider is if you go to a state park or something like that, they have policies in place to protect the natural habitats. So you're not really supposed to be picking up sticks and stuff like that and making sculptures on the side of the trail. It depends where you are. Not every place is the same. A lot of places have a leave no trace policy. So just keep in mind where you are and your surroundings and what policies are in place to protect the environment and natural habitats. The other thing you want to consider is the materials that you have to work with and the constraints on those materials because of the elements. So if you're working with snow is one of my favorites because it has so many different textures. You can go from just straight ice to nice wet sticky stuff. You got slush, and it all has a different purpose and malleability to it. But if you're gonna work in snow and you go outside and it's snowing, but it's just white fluffy snow and it's blowing all over the place, you're not really gonna be able to build a sculpture out of that unless you have water to go with it. So keep in mind what it is you've got and what it can and can't do, all right? You might want your stick to kind of bend in a certain shape, but it's a stick, and if it's a dead stick, it's not gonna bend, it's gonna break. So try to make your elements work for you and work for them as well, all right? So what I'm gonna be building today, I'm just gonna do like a kind of mandolin radial shape with leaves and sticks and maybe some pine cones if I could find those out there. I hope you guys enjoy this. I hope that this has been decent instruction. If you have any questions or comments or concerns, please feel free to email me. You guys know I'm available from 8 to 3 every single day, and sometimes I'll get back to you late at night. Depends if I check my email late at night or not, which I do quite often because I think about school and I miss you guys, so yeah. Okay guys, so this is actually a spot that's like a minute walk for me. It's just down the hill in the backyard, and this is the pressed steel. It's really pretty. I'm not in a park or anything. I'm on my friend's property. So it's a really beautiful place. And I've got this small clearing right here, as you can see. And this is a perfect backdrop for what it is I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna set up the camera and do a time lapse, and you guys will see what that is. So there we have it. That's my radial design. By radial I mean that it's like circular and everything radiates out from the middle. Definitely had some challenges making it. It was a lot of fun, but there's a few things that I would have done differently. So like for starters, I would have gathered all my materials and set them right here. So yes, there are materials here, but you have to go gather them. So I had this pile of pine branches over here, which I ended up having to break up by hand, and that was kind of a pain. So they're not that malleable, but well, I suppose they break pretty easily. So that's what I did in the beginning. Had to tear all the pieces off of the pine branches that were over here, and that was a little difficult. Cedar too, and then you guys probably saw I pulled this thing. This came out of the pressed steel, and It's like a cedar branch. It's really malleable, so it bends really nice. If you ever want to make a dream catcher, this is the stuff right here. It's good stuff. So that was a little difficult. This stuff right here, the moss that I found, this was great. I would have loved to have more of this. I could make an entire thing out of this stuff. This is fun. It's really easy to work with. It tears super easy. It's a little gross, so like you gotta be okay with that. But yeah, it just like stays where you put it. So that was really nice. The thing about the pine is it doesn't quite stay where you put it. Like it moves around a lot, especially if you're touching things around it. So that was a little difficult. And then these leaves, I thought that I would get a little more, I don't know, dexterity out of them. I thought I'd be able to do a lot more with them, but they really were just kind of something that I had to crumble up and shove into a kind of recess in the snow in order to get them to stay put. So that was the difficulty I had with the materials that I was using. Having the snow here was really nice. This helped me a lot. You guys saw that I cleared out that area at the very beginning. That was awesome. That was great. It was like having a blank canvas to work on. And then I had spots where I could just kind of pat down a recess in the snow to put things in. So that worked out really good. And yeah, overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I wish I had a clearer plan when I came down here, but that's kind of the thing about environmental art. Like you never know what the elements are going to be like. So having a plan can be counterproductive if you're just kind of too set on the first thing that pops into your head and you don't just kind of go with the flow and let the elements work for you, then you'll just kind of get stuck in a rut, and you don't want that.